All right, hi everyone. My name is Tsvetan. Today I'm going to demo for you TickerSense, an all-in-one AI-powered tool for investing. Uh, let's skip here. We begin with the problem. There's hundreds of stock platforms offering different types of analysis and information. You might have hundreds of tabs open just to understand and analyze one stock or ticker. That's not only inefficient, but it also takes too much time away from real decision making. There are too many tools out there that aren't intelligent or compact. You get paywalled behind generic alerts or delayed summaries from analysts that seem to predict events that already happened. Nothing offers AI-driven insights that are specific to your ideas in real time. This creates a knowledge gap for regular investors, not able to spend hours researching to catch up. Without expert level interpretation, people freeze and often make mistakes. They miss on opportunities or take unnecessary risks in the market. Our core demographic of users will be retail investors aren't always financial pros. They're overwhelmed by raw data and the near infinite technical charts, the endless information streams, and just the sheer amount of volume needed to analyze. The retail users want straightforward, actionable insights like buy, sell, and hold. And on the other hand, you have professional traders who already track dozens of tickers religiously. They're tapped into indicators and data feeds. They require smart decisions quickly and with less noise. And last, we have financial advisors on the fly. They need AI generated explanations and summaries so they can communicate with clients confidently and clearly in real time. So TickerSense provides all relevant real market data into a clear, concise insights, eliminating the noise so users can focus on making decisions. A series of AI agents will analyze and provide insights from your stock ticker or portfolio. That way you can cut back on the endless hours researching and instead make decisions based on insights. The platform can also read 10K documents, provide the latest news, and give you relevant information for investing in real time. If you're a seasoned investor or just learning how to trade, TickerSense gives you the market edge you're looking for. Here at TickerSense, the three pillars of functionality are real-time data gathering using web and API sources for securities, comprehensive analysis using agentic workflow for clear and concise decision-making with less effort thanks to AI, and in a multi-strategic approach by offering different strategies built into every analysis, yet simple enough that any level investor can appreciate. With the first version of TickerSense, I use Streamlit for clean and actionable components and tabulation. Our data feed comes from Polygon API because it was just the cheapest plan to get started analyzing, to Vili for web search to add more context to the agents, and GPT-4o for fast reasoning and cost. The multi-agent system approach was needed to narrow down the scope of each analysis for further refinement and improvements. In this case, I call them my AI analysts. We have a technical analyst who analyzes the technical indicators and price action. We have a fundamental analyst that analyzes what the underlying stock performance, stock price is driven by, and the risk agent measures the volatility to assess risk for the investor in terms of how risky of an investment this is. And you have a question answering agent that answers the questions if a user had one. And of course, we have a supervisor that orchestrates the workflow. So for version 2, I began experimenting with a React front end. The goal was to use Next.js and React to create great components for a good dashboard, which is important for investors. We get our data again from Polygon because it just has good variety and low entry cost. We again use Vili for web browsing and adding further information for the agents if the agents need it. We use Alpha Vantage for current news, but all this could be done just with Alpha Vantage, but the price point was higher. Alpha Vantage is really an exceptional API for this type of stuff. And we also use the SEC's API to pull 10K documents that are submitted to the government. So again, we're using GPT-4o for fast reasoning and cost, and the multi-agent system uses the same specialized agents with one more agent with the same jobs, just with a simpler workflow, not requiring a supervisor. So version 1's a technical chart here. We begin with the user after validating the ticker and the potential question. We have our supervisor agent decide what our flow should look like. The agents request the data they need, and after analyzing, each agent submits the results to the QA agent, who then can, if there's a question, answer. And if not, the tabulated data will be displayed in the application. We use Polygon for the technical data specifically because we need numeric data to be analyzed, and we use Stability for fundamental and risk because it involves non-calculatable information that we can benefit from. In version 2, I simplified the flow because we begin with a user query. We already have our data from Polygon. On the dashboard, we use smart routing to figure out what the user wants to do. Do they want to do a full analysis or not? And if only specific analysis is needed for the user, it saves us cost. Then we take the results from the LLM, neatly organized in our components for the dashboard, and that's why we have two versions. The first version can be used for prototyping and refining these agents to make sure what they're saying is actually, correct. And then on the other side, we have a scalable React application that can integrate into larger platforms or expand into other features. All right. So for evaluating this sort of thing was challenging, but by just adding simply LangGraph, we were able to verify a few key features work really well. By running the same analysis with a higher temperature, I was able to see that the model's recommendations stayed consistent, showing that the core insight is robust despite the added kind of like randomness. So we can also see the numeric aspects for the technical data are coming back from the API correctly. So therefore, the evaluation of the technical data will be correct because we're getting good data from the API. Another great way to evaluate as a future feature is to backtest the performance against the S&P 500. And that's basically the golden standard. So if you could beat the S&P, your application is just really, really good. All right, let's go to the demo here. We'll take a look at version 1. Version 1 is fairly simple. You just add your your stock or any kind of ticker. You could ask a question if you want, and the response will be from the answering question agent, which won't show up unless you actually ask one. And then you have your technical, fundamental, and risk analysis based on what the question is. And if you just enter the ticker, all the analysis would run concurrently. So let's take a look at version number 2. This is more of a dashboard for someone who's experienced any kind of investing. You have just the popular stocks in real time, which in this case could be your portfolio. And you have real-time prices, quick insights, and technical signals. From here, you have actionable items like this stock is bearish. Instead of just looking at numeric data, it will calculate what based on those indicators is. And let's take a look at the AI section. So from here, we could just ask simply like analyze NVIDIA. And all the agents will provide a full analysis. So the technical agent would kind of read the indicators, read the price action, and the fundamental will kind of read the evaluation, the financial metrics, and the sentiment is more like a market psychology and momentum trend-based agent. And the risk assessment will kind of like determine if the volatility of the particular stock is high. So we have all our tabs here from all our analysis. And let's take a look at the 10K chat. So the SEC API will pull the latest 10K document here, and we could just quickly analyze that. It uses 3 different agents, but it's exactly the same workflow. It just has business, financial performance, and risk. Come on, buddy. All right, and so we have the financial performance key insights, the business key insights, and the risk key insights. So from there, if you're an investor, you could read the key findings only if you're not interested in all that, and then you could determine what's going on. Let's take a look at the financial news. We could just type in NVIDIA again, and you have just 50 articles of the latest or somewhat latest news for NVIDIA. So this is a future feature that I've been working on. It's the AI backtesting, where you would type in a symbol, it would generate hundreds of these AI stock chats and determine the signals like buy, sell, hold, and from there it would compare with the S&P. But as of right now, it's not currently active, and you could go back to the dashboard and then continue searching for your next best investment. Thank you.